Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we're talking about the League of Legends offseason once again. The latest and greatest rumors, news, speculation, all that good stuff going on in the professional League of Legends scene. Today we're kind of doing a little bit of an update of a story we covered previously, talking about LS, who is a massive content creator, if you don't already know, in Twitch, in the YouTube sphere, in all that stuff. He's worked with the LCK broadcast before. He's casted Worlds before for Riot. He is just a absolutely huge part of the League of Legends community, League of Legends scene. Love him or hate him, everyone has very polarizing opinions on him, but he's for sure a big name in a lot of different ways, and there's been a lot of controversy and stuff recently. There was rumors and leaks that he could potentially be becoming the new SKT T1 coach. I know it's T1 now, but a lot of people still identify with SKT T1. And there was a lot going on. There was a lot of people who were very upset because of previous comments and things that his friends have made in the past, and people are calling him out for potentially being racist or having just so many different issues with LS, not wanting him to be a part of T1. T1 has a really rabid, crazy fan base. And there was a ton of accusations and just weird stuff getting thrown around by the entire community. People were saying LS was getting hated on, that his grandmother was getting hated on, just all these crazy, weird stories. Some T1 fans, you know, you don't want to generalize, obviously, and that's where a lot of this comes from, that you don't want to generalize. It's not all Korean fans are crazy or insane, or T1 fans are crazy or insane. There are some passionate, crazy T1 fans. There are some level-headed T1 fans and Koreans, but there was just a lot of craziness going on with the situation, and there was a ton of back and forth, and then LS just kind of went silent. We didn't hear from him on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, anywhere. We weren't getting updates from T1 with what was going on. Was LS going to become the new coach? Was he not? Was he partnered with T1 in any way? And then T1 announced that they had a new coaching staff, and it was just really confused. We didn't know if if LS got pushed out by the Korean fan base, if that's why T1 wasn't going to be his coach, wasn't going to be their coach all of a sudden. It was just a really weird, crazy situation. But the latest update we have is that LS tweeted out at T1LOL an update and his future plans. It's a YouTube video where he goes in depth with all of the stuff that has been going on. In the end, he says that he was offered a potential coaching position by T1, but he is more interested in content creation at this point in his career, so he is going to continue to just create content because coaching kind of fits him into a box where he wants to help the entire League of Legends community grow. He wants to be able to uplift and teach people about the game and help people elevate the game all over the world in many different just areas and communities and facets. So he is more interested in a content creation standpoint with T1. He also did want to apologize for a lot of different things that have happened, a lot of the miscommunications and a lot of the craziness. He says he loves Korea. He obviously loves Korean fans. He considers Korea his home, and he doesn't want people to think that he, has any issues or problems or anything with Korean people, Korean fans, T1 fans, anything. He loves T1. It's always been his dream to work for the team. And yeah, the whole situation has been really crazy for him, and he feels bad about it, obviously. As you can see here, this tweet, he does intend to have a streamer Q&A where he can add some clarity to things. But yeah, he apologizes for some of the things that have happened in the past. Like, I know his friend Malice had some potentially controversial statements and stuff, being like racist and controversial and things like that. And LS was just kind of clarifying that he never defended what Malice said. He was just kind of standing up for one of his friends in a way, and he hopes Korean and T1 fans can forgive him for that. He also apologizes for anything that was said or done to Untara using his kind of social media platform and accounts and branding and all that stuff. And he feels bad about the effort situation, all the craziness that's happened. And yeah, he just really wanted to say sorry, give an update on his future, and hopefully be able to move past all things. And I hope that T1 fans and Korean fans and League of Legends fans in general can forgive him. Again, you don't have to like LS. He's a very controversial guy. There is a lot of people in the scene that love him. There's a lot of people in the scene that hate him. Some people think he's a brilliant League of Legends mind. Some people think he's an actual, an absolute idiot. But nobody deserves kind of the craziness and hate and everything that people have gone through. And even if Korean fans have some legitimate gripes with him from the past, thinking that, they have legitimate reasons to not like him or whatever, I hope that everyone can move on from this. I hope that everyone can accept apologies. Also, T1, their CEO, Joe Marsh, he did put out an apology to T1 fans and LS as well. He kind of takes some responsibility for letting things get to the point that they got by not vocally supporting or standing up for both LS and T1 fans. He knows that he has to do better. Just a lot of people in this situation did not do well. Communication was really shady and spotty between T1 and between LS and between fans, and just it was a really a mess of a situation. But again, T1 has apologized for a lot of the stuff. They're hoping everybody can move on. LS has apologized for a lot of the stuff in the past. He's tried to explain himself. He's hoping they can move on. And I know a lot of people are hoping that, obviously, Korean fans, T1 fans, just fans of League of Legends in general can hopefully, forgive and be sorry for some of the things they've done as well and move on from this whole situation. Again, that doesn't mean you have to like T1. That doesn't mean you have to like LS or anything. But yeah, just a crazy situation. But if you haven't already, definitely go check out LS's apology video. It is a very, very good video. It does give an update and stuff. And again, he does intend to have a Q&A in the future where he's going to add more clarity to some things. And I think that's really what happened in this whole situation, is that a lot of people lack clarity. And I think that's always a good thing, being able to be, just straight up with your community, being able to communicate with them, talk with them, and clarify things. And I think everyone kind of dropped the ball in that instance in this scenario. But LS has apologized. And yeah, that's the latest and greatest news with this one. It seems like LS is going to become a content creator for T1. He's really excited about that future. And yeah, hopefully fans are able to embrace him and learn to accept this one day. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about this whole situation? Do you think LS is still in the wrong? Do you still hate him? Do you think T1 shouldn't be signing him? Or do you think T1 picking up LS as a content creator is a good move? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to update on the latest content. Check me out over at twitch.tv/I_am_germ. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.